The Foreign Ministry and the International Organization of Migration on Thursday launched its Diaspora website and portal in a ceremony held at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Center. Modu Gajigo attended the event and he prepared this report.
IOM Chief of Mission, Fomika Nagano, explained that it is part of the wider effort by the government of the Gambia with support from the International Organization for Migration to capture the development of potential migration. This initiative is supported by IOM, regional projects financed by the government of Italy, aimed at equipping national and local stakeholders with knowledge and understanding of the access between migration and development in order to promote sensitive migration policies, improve youth empowerment services, and facilitates diaspora engagement.
Wider effort by the government of the Gambia with support from the International Organization for Migration to capture the developmental potential of migration. This initiative is funded by IOM's three-country regional project entitled Supporting Local and Economic Development, or SLED for short, financed by the government of Italy, whose objective is to equip national and local stakeholders with knowledge and understanding of the nexus between migration and development in order to, first of all, promote sensitive migration policies. Secondly, improve youth employment services and job opportunities in local communities affected by irregular migration. And thirdly, to facilitate diaspora engagement through skills and knowledge transfer programs. It is in this third outcome, to support the third outcome on facilitating diaspora engagement, that this website has been developed.
She further highlighted the significance of the website. According to her, the Gambian diaspora potential cannot be undermined as overseas remittances of estimated 118,000 Gambians living abroad represent close to 6% of the Gambian population. This, she said, is equivalent to 20% of the country's GDP. Meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mamadou Tangara, also underscored the contribution of Gambians in diaspora to national development. According to him, people living abroad who are Gambian nationality, origin of heritage constitutes the Gambian diaspora. This, he went on, is diverse and inclusive of short and long-term migrants and other descendants who identify themselves as Gambians with a strong sense of belonging to the country.
It is evident in the creation of the Diaspora and Migration Directorate. The Directorate will use the website and portal being launched today to continue to promote, support, and facilitate purposeful engagement of Gambian diaspora in national development. Can I get my glasses, please? People living abroad who are of Gambian nationality, origin, or heritage constitute the Gambian diaspora. The Gambian diaspora is diverse and inclusive, encompassing short and long-term migrants, second and third generations, and other descendants who identify themselves as Gambians. The strong sense of belonging to the Gambia is what motivates and propels the diaspora to contribute to the development of the country. The fact that the diaspora is resident outside of the country is an opportunity to be harnessed.
For Star TV News, I am Modu Gajugo.
The Ministry of Health on Thursday received medical supplies from the Child Fund Gambia and MAP International. The items included examination gloves, surgical gloves, face masks, wheelchairs, amoxicillin tab, and oral suspension. The materials were handed over to the ministry in an event held at the Central Medical Stores in Kotu. Awasane has more in this report.
Speaking at the presentation of the items, the country's director of Child Fund Gambia, Mfamara Dabo, said the medical supplies are expected to provide quality, affordable and accessible medical health care to the vulnerable children and their families in the country. He explained that Child Fund's partnership with the MAP International has enabled it to widen the scope of its mission to rendering of medical supplies as he spoke about his organization's operations.
We have 3 life stages. And life stage 1 focus on 0 to 3, where 0 to 5, where we want to see that infants are secure and healthy. And life stage 2, 6 to 14 years, where we want to make sure that children are educated and confident. Then life stage 3, that's the final life stage, focused on children who are between 15 and 24 years. And our goal there is to see that young people acquire the requisite skills and are involved in decisions that affect them. But we are also aware as an organization that for us to be able to achieve these core outcomes, we have to work with partners. For us to be able to achieve these core outcomes, we have to engage the different stakeholders so that we can tap in their ideas, their expertise to be able to enhance our work.
Dabo went on to highlight that the role of Child Fund as an international NGO is to strengthen government's effort to the creation of an environment conducive to the development of children. He expressed Child Fund Gambia office's determination to continue working with the international office in order to mobilize more materials for the Gambian children. The Child Fund country director also gave the assurance of his organization's commitment to the deprived, excluded, and vulnerable children. The vote of thanks was meanwhile delivered by Fatou Lamin Samate of the Health Ministry.
Previous speakers have already mentioned Child Fund have been greatly valuable to us over the years, and our partnership has been very, very fruitful. And this is just yet another example of that, and we know that there will be more to come by the grace of Allah. As you can see, this is just a sample of what has been donated, but we did receive a 40-foot container full of very essential medical items, including antihypertensives, painkillers, antibiotics, and the essential personal protective equipment to help us in our fight against the coronavirus, which is still very much amongst us. We also have wheelchairs and certain surgical items. So as you can see from the sample that is displayed here, this contribution is very, very useful to us. And for that, we are very, very grateful to Child Fund and partners.
Child Fund is an international NGO dedicated to improving children's lives, and its operation is premised on the mantra that young people are the future of the world. Awasani reporting for Star TV News.